Hi guys, it's Heather, the Butterfly Effect plant-based weight loss. And today is Wednesday, finally, right? I've missed last Wednesday and I've been, I don't know, missing in action for this whole week. And so I'm super happy to come back here and make a video and tell you how my week's been going and my couple weeks, and tell you how my weight's been going and what I'm doing and all that good stuff. So I first of all want to apologize. I did not mean for there to be that long of a gap. What happened was that I went on vacation. And even though I went on vacation starting last Thursday, the week before that was crazy busy because, one has to prepare. One cannot simply go on vacation. One has to get ready and get everything all set so that I was all ready to go when I got back from vacation. And then I was on vacation and so on and so on. And frankly, I was just having too much fun. So let me tell you all about it. Where I went was Arizona to visit my sister and my good friend Sherry. And I just want to say thank you to Sherry, because Sherry is a doll and she made that whole trip possible. She gave me, she had some points from when she got bumped from an airline and she wasn't going to be able to use them. And she gave them to me so that I could go see my sister, because I hadn't seen my sister in like close to 3 years. So that was so incredibly nice. That does not surprise me one bit. Sherry is a doll, and I hope you're seeing this, Sherry. I just thank you so much. And then, so I got to the airport, and then she, in Phoenix, and she drove me to my sister's house. And then we had like a little sleepover. So not only did she get me to Arizona, but she like drove me to my sister's house, which is 2 hours away. So that's not a small thing. Anyway, she's an incredible person. Love you, Sherry. Sherry has taken off like close to 50 pounds, or, just, I know you guys would want to know that she's done this with a whole foods plant-based diet, and she lives in the part of the country, namely like the South, where it isn't always so easy to find. I think it is pretty easy to find compliant food in one of the places she lives, but she splits her time between two places, and the other place I don't think it's easy at all. So she deserves tons of kudos, and it just kind of proves that you can do this wherever you are. Like, I have friends that are really successful, that a whole couple of families that live in Kentucky, and I wouldn't think that Kentucky was like a super vegan mecca. But the Scott family, the adorable Scott family, they live in Kentucky. And then just a couple other people. I know somebody that lives in Louisville who's amazing, that also lives, So really, honestly, when I went to the UWL, I call it like a family reunion. Our live convention that we just had in Vegas last September, just a little while ago, there were people from all over the country, like many places that you wouldn't think would be very embracing of a vegan lifestyle, and they are able to do it, and they're able to do like UWL, which is not only vegan, but we don't eat like sandwiches or burritos, or we don't eat bread, or no sugar, no oil, none of that. So not only are they able to do a vegan diet, but a very healthy, whole foods, plant-based, SOS free, so no sugar, no oil, no salt. Well, some people still are doing salt a little bit, but we say no sofas, so we don't get flour, we don't get alcohol. So I don't want it either, but I'm just saying. Okay, so kudos to Sherry, kudos to everybody who's doing it where there's not that much support. I love you guys. So luckily I was staying with my sister, and had cooking facilities. Girlfriend's got an Instant Pot. I still packed a lot of stuff with me, simply because You guys know I get my produce from a produce liquidator, and it's wicked cheap, you know. I get crazy deals, like organic produce for crazy cheap prices. So I packed stuff with me because I also knew that we were leaving early in the morning. It came in on a Thursday. We were leaving Friday morning to go to the Grand Canyon. So I didn't really have time to do a lot of prep or anything while I was there. So I just came with it already prepped. And I showed you how I did that in my Vegas video, in my hotel video. But basically, I just take a big suitcase, and what a lot of people don't know is the cargo compartment in an airplane is really super cold, so you don't have to worry about things going bad, at least during the duration of the flight. And so anyway, yeah, that's what I did. I brought salads, I brought hummus, I brought some fruit, basically some berries, some blueberries and some strawberries. I brought some sweet potatoes, both cooked and not cooked. That was one thing I did bring to cook while I was there. But when you get sweet potatoes for 65 cents a pound, like I get really spoiled. I'm like, why should I spend a lot of money on my vacation? So anyway, I brought them with me. And it made me feel good. Then we didn't have to waste time going to I don't want to waste my time going to a grocery store or something when I'm on vacation. Or waste a lot of money going to a restaurant where I'm going to get something that I don't even like or that I can't even eat. Or I have to compromise my principles. So I just say, be like a Girl Scout, be prepared. And so I was. So Saturday morning, we went to the Grand Canyon, which was about 2 hours away from my sister's house. And incredible. I know everybody says that it's incredible, but it was amazing. I just kept saying, wow, wow, like God does really good work. Like, it was amazing, completely amazing, and just like another planet, like you almost can't believe that you're still on Earth. And I saw some really neat animals really up close. I saw some mule deer. I swear they came as close to me as I am from this camera, and it kind of freaked me out, and I know I shouldn't have gone that close. I'm going to post pictures of all of this in my Facebook group, so if you want to see any of the pictures, please feel free to look at those. And then I saw, but even just like some crows. These crows are so used to people because they're just around people constantly, tons and tons of them, and they let us come really super close to them. So I just got some neat pictures of just every kind of bird and all that kind of stuff, and had a great time visiting with my sister and my brother-in-law. And then came the bad thing. So we're eating dinner, and my sister had made arrangements for us to go to a hotel in Page, Arizona, which is supposed to be about 2 to 3 hours away from the Grand Canyon, from the spot where we were. And so, but there was a sinkhole in the highway between where we were and where we needed to be. And to get around that sinkhole, I'm not even kidding, it added 300 miles to our trip. So what should have been between 2 and 3 hours took us 6 hours. And we did not even get started until 6 p.m. at night. So we finally got to the hotel, and we had to go to the hotel. We had to go to that one because, it was way too late to cancel the reservation. They were going to charge us anyway. So we're just like, and we needed to be in that town the next morning anyway because we had reservations, again, that we had already paid for to go on a slot canyon tour in Page on Navajo land. That was super cool as well. You're going to hear super cool a lot because, yeah, it was amazing. It was awe-inspiring, super cool. So anyway, we had to go to Page. We had to. And so, it's like there's times when you have to do things in life that are not like what you would have chosen. And there's two ways to go. You can go kicking and screaming and being upset and, let it ruin your vacation. Or I was like, well, I have this much more time to talk to my sister, you know, that I haven't seen in so long. And so that's how I chose to look at it. I won't say that tempers weren't really short and it wasn't really stressful by the time we finally got there at 1 in the morning. So, but we had a great time the next day. We went in this, if you don't know what a slot canyon is, it's like a hidden canyon. They're really thin, they're really small. So some of them were, you know, maybe about like double my width wide in some places. But it was just beautiful, and the light streaming from above, and we had the neatest Navajo guide, and it's a family business, and so it was just amazing. We had a great time, and I did do one. So we were taking a group picture. There were probably about 10 or 11 of us. You get on this pickup truck that has seats like built into it and seat belts, thank goodness, because we're going over very rocky, bumpy stuff to go and get to it's like 8 miles to get to the canyon. And then you start hiking. And so we had about, I don't know, 10 people with us, and we wanted a group picture. We were at the end of we had gone through the canyon, and we were taking a picture on the other side, and people make all these rock cairns. So a cairn is when people stack rocks on top of each other, and it's they do it for different reasons. They can do it to mark a trailhead, or they might do it, you know, it's a meditative exercise. I'll post a picture of all the cairns that we saw, and so it's like symbolizing the balance of life, that you have to balance the mental with the physical, with the emotional, the work life with the play and recreation and all that kind of stuff. And so it was really cool. So I made a cairn. So I'm making a cairn, and everybody said, Heather, come over and get your picture done. You know, let's get a group picture. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm headed over to get the group picture, and I tripped on a rock. There's a reason my mama did not name me Grace, because it does not apply, I'm telling you. So I trip on a rock, and I just seriously just face plant, thump, just right on I didn't even land. I didn't catch myself with my hands or anything. I just caught myself with my forearms. I just fell. Like, luckily I still have somewhat of a tummy. If I hadn't gained that weight, I might have hurt myself or whatever, but I fell into soft sand. So, you know, people are like, are you okay? And I said, I don't know. Like, give me a minute. So I had to do like an assessment. Okay, anything broken? Am I in pain? Or, you know, because I haven't fallen in a long time. But no, I was perfectly fine. So I like dusted off copious amounts of sandstone dirt off me, and then I went and got my picture taken. So that was kind of eventful. And as far as food on the trip, I had what I packed, and then we did stop at a couple of restaurants, and there was only one place where I was like, you know what, I cannot find anything I really want to eat here, and that was Denny's. There just wasn't very much there. Like, they had one thing that I was like, okay, I could make this work. It was like a fresh fit skillet thing, and I'm like, if I leave off the eggs, because I had like egg whites or something, if I leave off the egg, then the rest of it is pretty much vegan. But I asked them if they could do it without oil, and they couldn't do it without oil. And so I was just like, whatever, I don't need it. So that is that's one thing that I've come to be very relaxed about. Like, I'll plan ahead, and if I can't get what I need somewhere, I don't worry about it, because there's always a grocery store. There's always, you know, food I've packed, or there's fruit, or I just don't stress about it. I know some people really stress about being able to get their food and it's different if you're trapped on a boat or something like that, where you can't get to a grocery store, but it wasn't even difficult for me. And everywhere else I could find something. Like, the hotel had oatmeal, and I was able to get everything I needed. And so my sister took me to a neat place called the Wildflower Cafe, and I was able to get a really great vegan salad there. It it didn't come vegan. It had feta cheese on it. So I just told them hold the cheese, and everything else was vegan, and it was really yummy. It's called the V12 salad if you're ever at Wildflower, and make sure that they don't put that vinaigrette on there. We don't want that oil. No oil. I just put some balsamic vinegar on it, and it was good. All right, you guys, I'm happy to be back. Oh, I want to tell you, this is exciting to me. So I flew on 4 airplanes because I had like connecting flights, and I came home and I weigh the same thing I weighed when I left. So I didn't gain any weight on this trip, and I don't feel all swollen, and I don't know why that is. I feel like it might have to do with that it's not hot outside, and it wasn't very hot in Arizona even, because there was the same storm that caused the big sinkhole that made us do the 300-mile detour. Also brought some rain and some hail and stuff like that, but hey, I'm from the Northwest. That was nothing. I had my Columbia jacket with me. I was just fine. And it was nice and sunny the day we did the Grand Canyon, and it was nice and sunny in the morning when we had our Slot Canyon tour, so it worked out really well. But yeah, I didn't gain any weight this time, so I stayed the same. So I'm really happy about that. And it is the holiday season in UWL is when in the Ultimate Weight Loss program that I participate in, which is the only vegan food addiction program that is SOFAs-free, sugar, oil, flour, alcohol, salt-free, no caffeine, all that. That program that I participate in, I'm in Mastery, where we really bump up the support, bump up the laser focus on your program for the holidays. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm really super committed. So I am just really focused on that, and my goal is to be like abstinent, not overeating, just keeping to the no sofas, staying on my program, and that's really my goal. So if I don't, if I don't take off any weight during the holidays, I will still feel like I have accomplished a lot if I just don't mess up during the holidays. Does that make sense? Am I speaking to any of my people out there? I just want to get through the holidays without having a gap in my program. I want to be able to go on January 2nd and say, you did it. You got through a holiday season without eating any of that poison. That for me, it really is poison, and I'm just gonna concentrate on the good stuff, all the other stuff of the holidays. And I have more thoughts on that, but this is already a really long video, so I'm gonna go ahead and post this. I'm gonna be posting pictures of my vacation in Butterfly Effect, so in the Facebook page. So fair warning if you don't want to see vacation photos, but I'm gonna post some of my favorites in there. And I will see you guys soon. I think I'll be back on later this week just to talk more about the holidays and my approach for the next 3 months. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.